Hello everyone, good day. I am Ma'am Edeline Pidia Santa, your teacher in mathematics. So narito na naman ako para mag-share ng bagong knowledge para sa week 3 to 4 ng ating subject. Pero bago ko to simulan, ay pakinggan nyo muna ang ilan sa aking mga paalala. First is you have to read and understand the content of your module or watch the full video lessons before answering the activity sheets. Next is complete all the learning tasks in your activity sheets. Always put your name in the activity sheets together with your contact number. Submit the activity sheets on time and have time to visit our group chats for the video discussion, for your guidance of the topics, and for the announcement and other concerns. Okay, so for the week 3 to 4 of our mathematics grade 10, we will have the topic geometric sequence. So it has a big relation dun sa ating pinag-aralan nung week 1, which is the sequence, and nung week 2, which is the arithmetic sequence. Ngayon naman, ito yung isa pa sa uri ng sequence, ang geometric sequence. Dito natin malalaman yung other types of sequence. So, dun nakaraang week, kinukuha natin yung common difference. Ngayon, papaano kaya naman isosolve yung geometric sequence? Okay, so bago natin yan simulan, we have here a most essential learning competencies. So at the end of the lessons, you are going to illustrate a geometric sequence and differentiate the geometric sequence from the arithmetic sequence. And the content or course content of these lessons is demonstrates understanding of key concepts of sequence, polynomials, and polynomials equation. At the end of the lesson, you are going to illustrate the geometric sequence, differentiate the geometric sequence from the arithmetic sequence, and determine the geometric mean and end term of the geometric sequence. Okay, so what is geometric? A geometric sequence is also known as geometric progression. It is a set of terms in which each term is obtained by multiplying and the preceding term by the same fixed number, which is called common ratio, and it is commonly represented by the word R. Okay, if you can still remember yung ating pinag-aralan last week, which is the arithmetic sequence. Yung arithmetic sequence is same with geometric sequence. They are both a type of a sequence. Ang pinagkaiba nila, si arithmetic sequence, we are obtaining the preceding terms by, or the terms of the sequence by adding the preceding terms. Dito naman, we can obtain the terms of the sequence by multiplying the preceding terms. And also, sa arithmetics, we are getting the common difference. However, dito naman sa ating geometric sequence, meron din tayong tinatawag na fixed number. At iyon na nga yung tinatawag nating common ratio. Okay, tatandaan nyo, sa arithmetic sequence, meron tayong tinatawag na common difference. However, dito naman sa geometric sequence, meron naman tayong tinatawag na common ratio. Okay, so that is denoted as R. So, for your better understanding, let us have an example number 1. In the geometric sequence 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, find the 7th terms. Okay, hahanapin daw natin yung ating ikapitong terms. So, how are we going to do that? We have to follow some steps. Okay, so steps in getting the 7th term of the given sequence. First is you have to find the common ratio. So, papaano ba kukunin yung common ratio ng geometric term, ng geometric sequence? Kung sa arithmetic sequence, sinusubtract natin yung second term doon sa first term, third sa second, fourth sa third, para makuha natin yung kanyang common difference. Dito naman, kukunin natin yung common ratio by dividing the second term to the first term, dividing the third term to its second term, and dividing the third term to its fourth term to its third term. So, tingnan natin. So, meron tayo ditong sequence na 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So, all we have to do is divide 2 by 1, 4 by 2, 8 by 4, and 16 by 8. So, let me show you. Okay, we have 2 divided by 1. Ayan, 2 divided by 1 will give us 2. Okay, next. Then, 4 divided by 2, which will give us 2 also. Then, doon naman tayo sa ika-fourth term, divide natin sa third term. So, we have 8 divided by 4, which also give us 2. Next is 16 divided by 8, which give us also 2. So, therefore, 2 is the common ratio. So, makikita ninyo na katulad doon sa arithmetic sequence, meron din siyang common or fixed number. Ang kaibahan lang sa arithmetic is, ang ginagamit natin ay common difference. Okay? So, dito ay common ratio. Ayan. Nakuha na natin yung common ratio niya. Ngayon, dako na tayo sa step number 2. Okay. So, step number 2 is solve for the nth terms. Solve for the nth terms, ibig sabihin, isosolve nyo na kung ano yung pinapahanap sa atin. In the sequence 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, we have the common ratio of 2. Kasi yun yung lumabas dun sa sinolve natin kanina. Now, let us have the seventh term by multiplying each term by the common ratio. So, papaano yun? We have here 1 times 2 equals 2. So, yung 1, i-multiply, yung first term, i-multiply natin doon sa common ratio na 2, it give us 2. So, kaya nagkaroon tayo ng second term. Next, yung second term natin, i-multiply uli natin sa common ratio na 2, so it gives us 4. So, 4 is the third term. Next is yung ating third term na 4, i-multiply uli natin dun sa ating common ratio na 2, it gives us 8. So, that is our fourth term. And then, yung 8 na ating fourth term, i-multiply uli natin dun sa 2 na common ratio, nakuha natin ngayon sa ika-fifth term. Now, ang question sa atin ay kung ano yung value ng ating seventh term. So, i-multiply uli natin itong si 16 dun sa common ratio na 2. Okay. So, therefore, 16 times 2 will give us 32. Nakuha na natin ngayon si 6th term. So, isa na lang para makuha naman natin si 7th term. Okay. So, we have yung ating 6th term na si 32 multiplied by 2, which is the common ratio, we got 64. Si 64 ngayon yung ating hinahanap na 7th term. So, therefore, the 7th term of the sequence 1, 2, 4, 8, 6, and 16 is 64. So, ganun kadali yung pagkuha ng term sa geometric sequence. Okay, let us have another example. Example number 2. So, find the next term in the sequence 3, 8, 13, 18, 23. So, again, gamitin uli natin yung ating step in getting the given sequence. So, first is find the common ratio. So, i-divide natin si second kay first, si third term kay second term, si 18, which is the fourth term kay 13, at si 23 kay 18. Okay. So, 8 divided by 3 will give us 2.67. Next, 13 divided by 8 is equals to 1.63. 23 divided by 18 is equals to 1.28. As you can see, hindi pare-parehas yung lumabas na number. Eh, diba sabi sa geometric sequence, they must have a fixed number. Yung tinatawag nga nating common ratio. So, therefore, since iba-iba ang ating lumabas na number, na sagot, ibig sabihin lamang, this sequence is not a geometric sequence because they don't have common ratio. Okay, so to prove that this one is not a geometric sequence, i-apply natin yung procedure na ginagamit sa arithmetic sequence. Try natin itong sequence ni 3, 8, 13, 18, 23 ay kunan natin ng common difference. Okay, so 8 minus 3 will give us 5. 13 minus 8 will give us 5. 23 minus 18 will give us 5. As you can see, it has a common difference of 5. So therefore, this sequence is an arithmetic sequence. Okay, kaya hindi natin nakuha yung common ratio simply because it is not an example of geometric sequence. This one is an example of arithmetic sequence. Example number 3. Find the 15 terms of the sequence 3, 9, 27. Ayan, malaking number na yung hinahanap. Yung ika-15 na, so medyo malayo na. Katulad kay arithmetic sequence, meron tayong formula para kay geometric sequence na ating gagamitin, lalong-lalo na kung ang pinahanap ay medyo malayo na. Halimbawa, yung mga ika-65th term, ika-70th terms. So, dito sa ating problem, ang pinahahanap ay ika-15 terms lamang. So, ang ating formulang gagamitin ay a sub n equals a sub 1 times the quantity of r raised to n minus 1. Wherein, yung ating a sub n, ito yung ating hinahanap or yung last term na hinahanap. Yung ating a sub 1, that is the first term doon sa sequence. Itong r, ayan yung common ratio ng sequence. Yung n, iyon yung number of terms na hinahanap. And then, given si minus 1. Okay, so for the step, we have to find the common ratio. So, gamitin ulit natin yung step na ginamit natin kanina. I-divide natin si second term kay first term, si third term kay second term. Okay. So, we have 9 divided by 3 equals 3. 27 divided by 9 is 3. So, therefore, ang value ng ating common ratio ay 3. Next step is to complete the value of the given variables in the equation. So, kumpletuhin natin itong given variable sa equation. So, yung a sub na n ay equals to a sub 15. Simply because yung n, pinalitan natin ng 15 dahil 15 terms yung pinahanap sa atin. Yung ating a sub 1, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, ay tumutukoy sa first term. So, sa sequence, kung titignan nyo, ang ating first term ay 3. Ang ating common ratio ay 3 dahil dito sa pagkuha natin kanina ng common ratio wherein dinivide natin yung second to first term and third to second term, ang lumabas ay 3. And then, for the value of n, which is 15, since 15 terms nga yung ating hinahanap. Okay, so for the third step, gamitin natin yung ating formula. We are going to substitute the value in the equation and solve for the unknown. So, given a sub n equals a sub 1 multiplied by the quantity of r raised to n minus 1. So, si n pinalitan na natin, which is 15. Yung ating first term na a sub 1, which is 3, times yung ating nakuha kaninang common ratio na 3. And then yung n natin, kasi 15 terms yung hinahanap, so 15 minus 1. A sub 15 is equals to 3. Sinimplify muna natin yung nandoon sa taas. 15 minus 1 will give us 14. And then, a sub 15 kinapi, yung ating 3 copy uli. 3 times, 3 raised to 14. Ibig sabihin, imumultiply natin si 3 by itself ng 14 times. So, later ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano siya pindutin sa calculator. So, if we press 3 raised to 14, it will give us 4,782,969. So, si 4,782,969 will be multiply to 3 para makuha yung ika-15 term. So, if we multiply them, ang makukuha na natin ay 14,348,907. Ibig sabihin, doon sa ating sequence ng 3927, ang ating ika-15th terms ay 14,348,907. So, imagine ninyong kwekwentahin nyo iyan katulad nung tinuro ko kaninang basic na pagsosolve ng geometric terms. Di ba napakahaba? So, by using this formula, it simplify the procedure of solving the geometric sequence. Okay, kanina sabi ko tuturuan ko kayo kung paano isolve yung naka-raise na number na mataasan katulad nung sa problem natin na 3 raised to 4 dun sa pagkuha sa geometric sequence. So, para dun sa mga walang calculator, you can go to Play Store, download Hyper Calculator, at kapag na-download nyo yun, voila, meron na kayong instant calculator which is a scientific calculator. So, itong aking nasa screen ay isang example ng scientific calculator. Ito yung hyper calculator na na-download ko sa Play Store. So, kanina yung problem natin, meron tayo doon 3 raised to 14, which means, i-multiply natin si 3 by itself 14 times. Diba, minsan nalilito tayo, napapasobra yung multiplication, pag-multiply natin. So, ito yung shortcut. So, just press 3, and then itong x raised to y. Yung number na merong x raised to y. Ayan. So, sundan nyo lang yung dot na nakikita kung ano yung mga pinipindot ko. And then, 14. Ayan. Automatic, lumalabas na yung sagot. Okay, halimbawa, ang sinabi ay 5 raised to 25. So, press 5. Tapos, itong x na may naka-raise na y. And then, press nyo yung 25. Ayan. Kapag ang problem naman ay 14, halimbawa, raised to 3. Ayan. So, ganun lang kadali. Gamitin yung hypercalculator doon sa pag-multiply natin ng number sa kung ilan yung sinasabi sa exponent. Okay, so, dun sa inyong activity sheets for the learning task 1, ang gagawin ninyo is, i-determine ninyo yung ating sequence if it is a geometric sequence or not. So, kung hindi siya geometric sequence, sulat nyo not geometric. Kapag naman siya ay geometric sequence, sulat nyo yung geometric sequence na word for each number. For number 2, determine the common ratio and the next 3 terms of the following geometric sequence. Write your answer on the space provided. Okay, so ginawa na yung item number 1 para sa inyo. So, kinuha yung common ratio. So, 16 divided by 8 and 8 divided by 4 gives us 2 as the common ratio. So, ang sabi, ibigay daw yung next 3 term. So, 16 times 2 gives 32. 32 times 2 is 64. 64 times 2 is 128. So, ganun din yung gagawin ninyo dito sa mga sumunod na number. So, for learning task number 3, translate the word I love you very much in French by determining and matching the common ratio or common difference of the following and then placing each letter on the space below the decoder. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang geometric sequence ang gagawin nyo dito. Pag sa tingin ninyong yung sequence ay hindi geometric, gamitin nyo ang formula ng arithmetic. Kukunin nyo yung common difference niya or yung common ratio niya, itatapat nyo dito. Halimbawa, si JE, ang sagot sa kanya, halimbawa, ay 3. So, ilalagay nyo dito yung word na JE. Si EA, halimbawa, ang sagot sa kanya ay negative 2. Ilalagay nyo dito sa box na ito yung EA. Hanggang sa mabuo ninyo yung word, yung French word na I love you very much. Okay, so ilalagay nyo dito sa line pagkatapos ninyong mabuo yun. For the learning task 4, kukunin daw ninyo yung 10 terms nung bawat sequence. So, gagamitin nyo dito yung formula ng geometric sequence. So, yung 1 to 5 na yan, ang kukunin nyo lamang ay 10 terms. For that learning task 5, ito ay more on reflection. So, you're going to explain how to determine the next term of the geometric sequence 3, 6, 12, and 24. In your opinion, where can you apply the concept and skills that you learned about geometric sequence? Then, explain. What are the difference between the arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence? So, i-explain ninyo yun. Okay, that's all for the week 3 to 4 of our discussion. So, doon nakapaloob yung mga activity na sasagutan ninyo para sa week 3 to 4. I hope that this video helps you in understanding the concepts of geometric sequence. So, that's all for this week. Thank you and keep safe. Once again, I am Ma'am Edeline Pidia Santa, your mathematics teacher. Goodbye!